Imagine this. It's late at night. You're alone in your kitchen, pouring yourself a drink, when your elbow accidentally knocks over the salt shaker. Salt spills across the table and onto the floor. From the other room, someone suddenly says, "Quick, throw some over your shoulder." You laugh, but you still do it, just in case. Or maybe you're walking down a quiet street when a black cat crosses your path. For a split second, you hesitate before taking the step. You tell yourself, this is ridiculous, but something in the back of your mind whispers, what if? And if someone drops a mirror and it shatters across the floor, suddenly everyone in the room seems to know the same unsettling phrase, 7 years of bad luck. Most of us don't actually believe these things, but somehow we still follow them, we still knock on wood, we still avoid ladders, we still pause when the number 13 appears, because superstitions are strange like that. They're tiny rules we inherit from the past, literal rituals meant to keep misfortune away. But the truth is, many of these beliefs didn't start as harmless traditions. They started as warnings. Warnings about curses, about spirits, about forces people believed were always watching the living. Long before science explained the world, people believed luck wasn't random. It was fragile, something that could be broken, something that had to be protected. And these small rituals, throwing salt, knocking on wood, avoiding mirrors, were ways to keep dark things at bay. So tonight, we're exploring 12 of the creepiest superstitions in history, and the unsettling beliefs they were originally meant to protect people from. Because the strangest part about superstitions isn't that they exist, it's that even now, centuries later, we still feel just a little bit uneasy breaking them. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Sisters of the Strange. I'm Landry.
And I'm Shay.
Have you been seeing the previews for that new Paranormal
podcast movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called?
Undertone? Maybe something like that.
You sent me the trailer to it.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Has it not? It's been popping up all over the place for me.
Mm-hmm. It did for a little bit after you sent me the trailer, but it's kind of gone away. But my feed's flooded by
F1.
Yeah. So.
No, it looks so terrifying. And she's a podcast host. And I think she was supposed to be like a skeptic kind of, I think, roughly, from what I've gathered. And people started sending her audio files or something like that. And then it started kind of happening around her, I guess, or something.
Okay.
So her research is what led for her to get haunted.
Ooh.
From my understanding, I could have it wrong because I have not seen it because it looks terrifying. And I have a scary podcast, so I don't know if I want to watch it.
Oh, I will definitely be watching it.
Maybe when it's at home to where I can turn it off.
If you need to.
And when I hate movie theaters, how loud they are. I hate that. I cannot stand how loud a movie theater. I don't go. I couldn't tell you the last time I went to a movie theater.
Fair.
Couldn't.
Fair.
The last time my husband went was with my brother.
I love the movies.
Because I
can't relate.
I just don't like them. They freak me out.
Mm-hmm.
Scared I'm going to get shot.
Yeah.
And I don't like how noisy they are.
It's fair.
And I like to be able to pause.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Imagine if you could. Imagine how long it would take to get through a movie if people had the
3 seconds.
Ability. Yeah.
3 seconds. Now it's my turn to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks interesting, so recommend to people who like our stuff. You're definitely going to like that.
Yeah.
If you like spooky podcasts, it sounds like it's up your alley.
I'm excited about it.
I think it's Undertone or something like that. It's under something.
Under something.
So tonight we are going to be talking about superstitions. It's not really a story-based story. A lot of our episodes kind of go into stories. This one's going to be more like our episode of numerology, to where it was kind of learning a little bit, where these things came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do follow superstitions.
Yes. On
Friday the 13th, which Shay and I have different opinions on Friday the 13th than probably a lot of people around us.
Mm-hmm.
But on Friday the 13th, I was outside, at Annabellum's with my friend, and then a black cat walked in front of us, and I was like, good luck for me.
Yeah,
I think it's
good luck.
This is good luck for me. But for everyone else, they would have been like, Friday the 13th and a black cat? No,
I'm going inside.
Yeah, but it doesn't freak me out. But our dad was born on, I think it was a Saturday, but the 13th. And he always had this shirt, and it was the Lucky 13 shirt. And so I always was like, oh, 13's lucky. And he like raised us to believe that. So in our family group message on Friday the 13th, we were all like, everyone have a great day. It's going to be the best day ever.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, everyone be careful.
Yeah.
We were all like excited about Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. My wedding anniversary was on Friday the 13th this year. So I was like super excited about it.
That panned
It was
out.
fun. Yeah.
I got married the day that Matthew Perry passed away.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I got the news at your wedding and I was very
too.
unwell.
I did too. So that was nice. Literally the exact same day. So any of you could know what day I got married. But yeah, I think the creepiest part about superstitions is it almost reminds me of like childhood lullabies and things like that. Like they almost start.
Oh, like nursery rhymes and stuff?
Yeah. And you don't think that that's why they are the way they are. But it always has some weird, random, dark kind of like
history behind it.
Yeah. A little bit of a freaky like thing with it. And you're like, oh,
that's scary.
yeah, and why do so many things start that way? Why did that turn into a nursery rhyme? Like, why did Ring Around the Posies turn into a nursery rhyme? Why did we
About
do that?
the plague. Yeah, I don't know.
Why is that
Don't know.
what children sing? That's terrifying.
Yeah.
To be fair, kids singing is horrifying anyways.
Yeah.
Not a fan. So we're going to start with breaking a mirror. It is one of the most famous superstitions in the world. I think everyone has heard breaking a mirror, what happens and all of that. So it brings 7 years of bad luck. And this superstition did not start as a joke or as some sort of like hee hee ha ha type of situation. It actually comes from a much darker belief that dates all the way back to ancient Rome.
Wow.
I didn't even know they had mirrors in ancient Rome.
Me neither.
But the Romans believed mirrors were more than simple reflections. They believed mirrors were connected to the human soul.
Okay. Yeah.
So they believed when you looked into a mirror, it wasn't just your face staring back at you. It was your life force, like your spirit was also staring back at you, which in a way, yes.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But thinking of it that way is a lot creepier.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of this, mirrors were treated with a strange kind of respect in ancient Rome. They were believed to hold a small piece of the person who gazed into them. So when a mirror shattered, the Romans believed something far worse had happened than simple bad luck. So they believed the person's soul had been damaged when a mirror would break. Almost as if the mirror had captured a fragment of their spirit, and when it broke, that piece of soul broke with it.
But what if like the mirror, you're not looking into the mirror when it breaks, or like you haven't looked into the mirror when it breaks? You know?
Yeah, like if it just breaks
or
like
if it's
around
like your personal mirror, or if it's a public mirror,
Yeah.
like does that matter?
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
That's an interesting concept though. Because most of the time you're not like looking at the mirror when it breaks.
Yeah. I've broken a mirror before.
But if you're in the presence of it,
Yeah.
I think it's just being in the presence of it. But I'm not sure. Maybe if it's a mirror you've looked into before, like it always holds that little piece of you.
Your soul. I guess it just depends maybe on how often or how
Yeah.
connected you are to that mirror.
Yeah. That's theory. That's a concept. Because then what if it's a mirror that you've looked at yourself in at like TJ Maxx and someone else breaks it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be that connected to it though, because you've only looked into it one time, like in passing.
Yeah.
And so it's not so connected to your soul, I wouldn't think.
Ooh.
Maybe
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep.
That's where my brain was going. I don't know.
My brain did not go that far. But the story does get stranger. The Romans believed the human body and spirit renewed themselves in cycles of 7 years. So if your soul had been damaged by breaking a mirror, it would take 7 full years for your spirit to repair itself. So that's why you got 7 years of misfortune.
Okay.
Which makes the superstition feel a lot less silly. Because originally, breaking a mirror didn't just mean bad luck. It meant a piece of your soul had just shattered with it. Which is horrifying to think about.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Never
so
really
volatile.
thought about,
you know?
I never really thought about it that way.
So if mirrors were believed to hold part of the soul, then it makes sense that people became very careful about what happened around them, which is completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yes, I do too.
But I treat mirrors with like, not like respect of like, oh my goodness, I praise you, sweet mirror.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to break one.
I don't either. I did break, not personally break one, but I did have one of my body mirrors in my room that I had for a really long time. It fell forward and broke, like shattered a little bit in the corner, but it didn't like completely shatter.
Yeah.
It just cracked. So I continued to use it for however many
time.
years. Yeah. It's like umbrellas, opening an umbrella inside. Like people say that gives you bad luck. Alyssa and I were at a thrift store a couple weeks ago, and there was this area where there was a bunch of dolls, like a bunch of creepy dolls. And I was like, oh my God, look at this one. Look how scary it is. And I picked it up and it was like this huge doll. And she was in this white dress and she looked scary. Like the eyes, Chico, like the eyes were scary. Right. So I'm like, look at this one. And she goes, that's an umbrella. And I said, huh? Because I was literally holding it. Yeah. And so she came and took it from me and like turned it over like she was going to open it. And I said, don't open it in here.
What are you doing?
I was like, not only is it an umbrella inside, but it's a doll, a scary ass doll. I'm like, who's using this?
This is a 2-for-1.
I immediately set it down and walked away. I was like, I have to get away from here.
She's like, no, open it. Do not.
Don't touch it.
Whoever made that was asking for it.
Yeah.
They were like, you want some?
Let me give you some real bad luck.
I got something for you.
Scary.
All right. Our next one is walking under a ladder.
I've done this so many times.
I don't, but hanging like decorations, Christmas, Halloween, I had my ladder out. My dogs are walking underneath it. And I was like, oh no, my babies. Like, don't walk under the ladder.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear this one.
Okay. Most people avoid walking under a ladder, even if they don't believe in superstitions. Something about it just feels wrong. This belief goes back centuries. When a ladder leans against a wall, it forms the shape of a triangle. To early Christians, the triangle represented something sacred, the Holy Trinity, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Because of that symbolism, the triangular space beneath a ladder was believed to be holy ground. Walking through it was seen as breaking that sacred protection, but the superstition became even darker during the Middle Ages. Ladders were often used during public executions. When someone was to be hanged, a ladder would be placed against the gallows. After the execution, the ladder sometimes remained in place. People believed walking beneath it disturbed the spirit of the dead. So passing under a ladder became associated with misfortune, death, and bad luck. And even centuries later, many people still instinctively step around them. Almost like crossing that invisible triangle still feels like crossing a line that you just should not cross.
Interesting. I've walked under quite a few ladders.
You know what's weird is I'm like, I couldn't remember a particular time in my life where I learned these things.
It's just something you hear.
Happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, when did I learn to not walk under a ladder? But I know from a young age, I was like,
You're
oh,
not
don't
supposed to
do that. But like, who told me that?
Yeah.
I thought it was like more of a safety thing at some point in time.
Right.
But it probably really is a safety thing.
Yeah. OSHA's always watching.
Yeah. But the Holy Trinity, but the Holy Trinity concept is very interesting.
It's deep. I would have never guessed that.
No, me neither.
Never.
Okay. Black cats. So black cats have been one of the darkest reputations in folklore. Today, many people believe that if a black cat crosses your path, it brings bad luck. But this belief wasn't always negative. In ancient Egypt, cats were sacred animals. Big surprise if you've never seen the giant statues of cats.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
We worshipped cats.
Yeah. Black cats were often associated with the goddess Bastet, which was the protector of homes and families. They were believed to bring protection and good fortune, but everything changed during the Middle Ages. Fear of witchcraft spread across Europe. Many people believed witches would transform into animals, especially black cats, to move unseen throughout the night. Others believed witches kept black cats as supernatural companions known as familiars. Familiars were thought to be spirits or demons that associated witches with their magic, so a black cat crossing your path suddenly meant something very different. It meant that there may be a witch that had just passed by you, or even worse, that the cat itself was the witch watching you. And even though centuries have passed since the witch trials, that uneasy feeling still lingers, which might explain why even today, if a black cat quietly crosses your path, something deep inside of you still tells you to be careful.
That's one that I've never, ever
been fearful
of. I love a black cat.
I think at some point I was fearful, but I'm really allergic to cats. So I have an aversion
to cats anyway.
To cats.
We have a stray black cat that wanders around out here. And I saw him just the other day, during the day. He's so big and handsome and pretty.
Pretty baby.
Pretty baby. He stopped and looked at me and I said, psst, 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 psst. And he was looking at me from the field and he was like all crouched down and like trying to like be all sneaky to get away from me. But I was like, I can see you.
Have you ever watched Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Okay. Well, how you just said, psst, psst, psst. All I can hear is Bubbles. He's like, here, kitty, kitty, come, kitty, come, kitty, come, kitty, come, kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. And he's like, psst, psst, psst. I love that. Love Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh.
I know what it is, but I've never actually watched it.
If you're a child who listens to our podcast, do not go watch Trailer Park Boys. If you're an adult and you like something that is like
dumb,
mind numbing,
yeah,
go watch it. It's one of the shows that you can just like watch and sit there and just drool.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, he loves cats. But yeah, no, I think my mom, even though I was allergic, my mom had cats when I was a kid until they would get taken by coyotes. And I knew we had like multiple cats that were black cats named Dodger because of the Dodgers baseball team, and their mascot was a black cat with green eyes. So anytime we got a black cat, it was like, that's Dodger. And then we'd have another one. It was like, that's Dodger also.
That's still Dodger.
Yeah, that's also just no number 1, no number 2, no number 3. No, it's just that's Dodger. That's it. That's his name. But black cats don't really freak me out now. But that's because I think a lot of the superstition thing, I kind of like fall into it because I'd rather be like, it's good luck than bad luck. So.
Yeah, I could see a black cat more as good luck than bad luck.
Just switching the ways of the world.
Does that make us a witch? Who knows? Maybe.
And so what about it?
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Yeah, I also was watching Hocus Pocus the other day because it doesn't have to be Halloween for me to be watching Hocus Pocus.
Wild behavior.
Okay. Okay, rude. No, but I was watching Hocus Pocus and Biggie was barking. Every single time Salem came on the screen, she lost it. It's not Salem. Salem's Sabrina. It's Mr. Binks. Duh.
Binks.
Yeah. I don't know why my brain said Salem.
It's okay.
It's
Those
okay.
are two very famous black cats.
I'm like, it happens in Salem. But it was Mr. Binks. And Biggie would lose her mind. Like, she had her nose on the TV barking.
She's like, let me at him.
Let me get the cat. I couldn't handle it. I was trying to work.
Yeah.
I was like, please, for the love of God, stop.
Help me.
I put on noise canceling headphones.
Yes.
Because she was barking so much that day.
Queen.
Okay, we're getting back to our spilling salt.
Okay, yay.
So spilling salt might seem like a small accident, but for centuries, people believed it was a sign something had already gone wrong. In ancient folklore, the left side of the body was associated with evil forces. The Latin word for left is sinister, which literally means unlucky or evil.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I did not either. Many people believe demons linger just behind a person's left shoulder, waiting, watching. So spilling salt was thought to create an opening for those spirits. Salt itself was extremely valuable in ancient times. It preserved food, purified spaces, and was even used in sacred rituals. So spilling it disrupted balance. The solution, throw a pinch of salt over your left shoulder to blind the spirit that is waiting there. Interestingly, the superstition may have been reinforced by a famous painting. In Leonardo's da Vinci painting of the Last Supper, Judas, the disciple who betrayed Jesus, is shown spilling salt. A small detail, one that added to salt's association with betrayal and bad luck.
I have full body chills.
Yeah, I did not.
That's
I didn't know that.
crazy.
Isn't
I did
it?
not know that.
Yeah.
As soon as you said the Last Supper, I was like, what? Wait.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't know about the shoulder and the left side of your body because I always thought that, like in the Bible, it said to cut off your right hand if your right hand is what was tempting you. So I almost would have assumed it would have been the right side, not the left. So, but that's just terminology.
Yeah.
But still.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've never, ever done that. I've never thrown salt over my left shoulder. Never.
I have.
I might have.
I'll do it at a restaurant.
But not to my knowledge, really, no. But I don't really use salt other than when I'm cooking. So I don't really spill salt.
I use hella salt. Yeah, I've definitely done it in a restaurant before too.
You're like, the waiter's like,
yeah, the person behind me is like,
God, what just happened?
You're a demon.
Yeah.
Witch.
It's Satan. Yeah. There was a video the other day and it was like, this girl was talking, it was like whenever, it was a TikTok. And it was just this girl was kept saying all these things. And it was this guy dressed as like a pilgrim basically. And he was asking her questions and he was just smiling. And then at the very end of it, he was like, witch. And he just like jumped up and started pointing at her. So that's what he was making me think of.
Oh, God.
Okay. So this one I did know about and it's the knocking on wood. Have you ever heard like the background for that?
No.
Okay. So this one I did know about and it's because I am very much like a knock on wood.
Me too.
I will like hit my head if there's no wood around me because I'm like, this is about empty.
Yeah.
So there was one time I've mentioned it on this podcast before. I know I have, but I was driving down literally a wooded road. There were trees on either side. And I said something in my car and I was like, I need to stop and find a mailbox post to knock on. And my friend that was in my car was like, we're surrounded by trees.
Yeah.
So
Try again.
you don't need to find a mailbox post because there's a lot of trees. And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Right, girl.
I was like thinking
Go
of like
off.
fabricated wood. Like what
Yeah.
even? Okay. So have you ever said something like, I haven't gotten sick all year? And then quickly added, knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
This habit actually traces back to ancient pagan traditions. Many early cultures believed trees were inhabited by powerful nature spirits. Some Celtic traditions even believed tree spirits called dryads. I've heard it said both ways, so don't come for me. Lived inside of them. If someone spoke about good fortune, they worried jealous spirits might hear and try to ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
So they would knock on the wood of a tree. The knock was either meant to thank the spirit or call on it for protection. Over time, trees became wooden houses and furniture, but the habit stayed the same. Even today, when someone knocks on wood, they're unknowingly repeating a ritual meant to call on unseen forces for protection. And sometimes the protection people sought out wasn't from spirits, but angering the gods themselves. So that I have heard, but I had heard that it was actually like darker spirits are what lived in the trees. And so for a little while, I stopped knocking on wood because I was like, I had heard that it was like used kind of like as a summoning type situation.
Yeah.
And that you were like, which it is, but it was more that you were summoning bad things instead of good things.
The good things to protect you.
Yeah. And so for a while, I did stop knocking on wood after I had learned that.
Interesting.
I do it again now because there's clearly good stuff behind it as well. I think it's an intention thing probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's basically that these creatures or spirits or forces are said to have been living in trees and in the woods and in the forest.
Interesting.
So you would knock on it for protection or to summon them. And so that's where it was like they would come protect you or watch over you or whatever it may be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's backwards. If they live in the wood.
Yeah.
These jealous spirits. Why are we knocking on them? Is it more to say,
well, that's why they say,
hey,
like,
I acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Well, that's why they also say, like, you might be angering them too by knocking. It's like you're like waking up this force that's like, what the hell? Why are you waking me up?
Yeah. Interesting. We have a running joke in my family because some people in my family have the last name of wood.
Yeah.
And so there's a running joke that if we're together and somebody says knock on wood,
you can
we just knock on each other.
Yeah. Hey, that's fair. That's a good one, honestly. Probably safer.
I love it.
At this rate, you're not summoning anything.
Correct.
You're not calling upon anything other than yourselves.
It's just technicalities at this point.
That's a good one. I like that. Now we're at your umbrella indoors.
Oh, I was wondering if you were going to talk about it. When I said it, I was waiting for you to say, hey, I'm going to talk about it, but you didn't. So I was like, oh, maybe not. Hey.
This
Let's
episode's
go.
less formal than usual. I feel like we're just jib-jabbing.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Chit-chatting. Going through it. So opening an umbrella indoors is considered bad luck in many cultures. The superstition may trace back to ancient Egypt. Early umbrellas weren't used for rain, they were used to block the sun. Because the sun was associated with powerful gods, umbrellas symbolized divine protection. Opening one indoors, where there was no sun, was believed to insult those gods. Centuries later, the superstition gained a more practical explanation in Victorian England. Early umbrellas had stiff metal springs. When opened suddenly indoors, they could easily break objects or injure someone.
Yes.
So warnings about bad luck may have been a way to keep people from accidentally hurting one another. But the older belief that it angered unseen forces never fully disappeared, which might explain why some people still react quickly when someone opens one inside. Yeah, I've never opened one inside. Unless it's like I'm about to head outside and I'm not doing it for like shits and giggles to open it inside. But
I'm outside the doorway. Like I'll be outside the door frame before I open it.
It just depends on if they have an awning or not. Like there was one place whenever we were in like Stowe that they didn't really have much of a awning. So it was kind of like in the doorway. I was kind of like opening it as I was walking out. But I don't think I've ever done it inside as like a, I'm opening this inside.
That, for some reason, irritates me so much when people open umbrellas inside. I'm going to be the first one to say, what are you doing? Do not open that.
This is bad luck for everybody around you.
Why are you, like, it genuinely upsets me.
But it also doesn't make much sense.
It doesn't. And I never really understood that.
No.
But I just know that you're not supposed to do it. So don't do it. We all know that.
Yeah.
Don't open an umbrella inside. That's just rude.
I didn't really know the science behind it, but both stories are pretty interesting. Like
yeah,
one, because the mechanical parts of it are known to explode.
correct.
So please don't open it inside because you're going to poke my eye out with a
Mhm.
spring. Or the other one where it was used as like a sign for the gods, basically. So then you're like insulting him. I'd never. The way people used to think is really interesting. And it's like, it's so cool to see what they used to believe about like, cool. I mean, you got to think like Zeus and all of that created somewhere.
Mhm.
Gods, Hades, all of it. So I think it's very interesting.
Yeah,
And like how times have changed.
very much so.
Because a lot of people would not look at the sun and respect it as a god.
Right.
There might be some people still.
Oh yeah, there's for sure.
There's got to be. But
Yeah.
I've always just thought of it more in science terms. When I look at the sun, I think of science.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, cool, we have a sun. Like,
That's a big star.
yeah, that's
Fiery star.
nice.
Yeah.
Keep me warm.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought like, I don't know. I think it's interesting. Same thing about
Me
like
too.
the ocean. I've never thought of it like Zeus or anything like that.
See, I don't think about it that way either.
Wait,
But
no, Poseidon.
yeah. Poseidon. Zeus is the god of thunder.
Yeah, what am I doing?
I've always thought of those things as like, I do respect them. I respect the ocean deeply,
Yeah.
and I respect the sun deeply.
But I respect them as science.
I don't know. I respect them as forces.
Okay, so you're more in line with the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I respect them as science because that's where I learned about them.
That's fair.
Was science class.
Mhm.
Or like science documentaries that you would have on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's why
It's weird how
your brain.
our brains just like make things different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Never really
concept.
thought about that, actually. I've never said that out loud,
Haven't.
but that's true for me.
Interesting. Yeah, no. I mean, that's more witchy. That's more like the witchy side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I think of the moon as a force. I don't
Mhm.
think of the moon as science.
Yeah, the moon is a force.
But I think I learned that because it's a force of gravity.
Yeah.
And so it's like that almost is just where the word is associated
Yeah.
from. So I don't know.
Interesting.
But I do like the moon more than I like the sun. I
Mhm.
like nighttime a lot.
I love the sun.
I am a nighttime rainy day.
I'm a lizard.
I am not.
I am a lizard.
My skin is lizard. I am not.
I, for one,
I
am not.
myself am not. Okay, the next is the number 13.
Yee.
So a few numbers carry the eerie reputation of the number 13. The fear of this even has its own name. Are you ready for this? Because
Yeah.
it is triskaidekaphobia. It's TRI, so try, skade, SKAIDEKA, phobia. So because it's got to be try together.
Yeah.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Something like that.
Interesting. Never heard that.
Me neither, but that's probably because I don't fear the number 13.
Correct.
So many buildings skip the 13th floor entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Some airplanes skip row 13. And the origins of this fear may come from multiple ancient stories. In Norse mythology, 12 gods gathered for a feast. Then Loki, the trickster god, arrived as the uninvited 13th guest.
Stop. You're playing with me.
I am not.
I love Loki.
Chaos followed, and one of the most beloved gods, Balder, was killed. In Christian tradition, the Last Supper was also hosted by 13 people being present. Among them sat Judas, who was soon to betray Jesus. We've already
Mhm.
talked about this. Stories like these slowly layered meaning into the number. So over time, 13 became associated with betrayal, disruption, and tragedy, which eventually created the most infamous unlucky day in the world, Friday the 13th.
False.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah, Friday the 13th just doesn't, I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't
Ugh,
bother
I
me.
love the number 13.
I don't think it's ever been. I don't really have a favorite number. Like my favorite number in school was like 5 or 6 because that's what number I was in class. I was 5 or 6
Mhm.
because of my last name. Or 24, 25, 26. But I'm cool with any 3 of those.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my social media handles are 24. 25, not so much.
Mhm.
And then 26 is my birthday.
Yeah.
So got a range. There's some people who are like 7 and that's it.
Yeah, that's your number.
Or like 8 and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like our dad is 13. That's his
That's
number.
it. Yeah.
So I don't know why. I don't know why I don't really have one.
I always liked the number 4 on its own.
Yeah.
I love the number 4. My sports numbers were always 11 or 12 or 24.
Yeah.
So I also guess I could say I could like those numbers, but.
Kind of anywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't really have a fave.
Yeah. I dabble in numbers.
Yeah.
Really bad at math.
Really bad at math. Have you ever watched the movie Friends with Benefits with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis?
It's been a long time.
And he like can't do math, and so she like wants to stump him, and he's like 3,428. Like he says some random number, and she's like, it's like 12. Like she gives like a super basic. But that movie is hilarious. That we were just talking about that. I think in the Discord, someone said something about math, and I was like, it just reminds me of Friends with Benefits.
I don't remember. I must have missed that part.
I watched that movie. I was just watching.
I
it
missed
the other
quite
day.
a few conversations over the last week.
Next, we're gonna do Friday the 13th.
Hey!
So Friday the 13th is considered by many to be the unluckiest day in existence.
Wrong.
Side
again.
eye. Side eye. One theory connects the superstition to a brutal historical event. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, King Philip...
1307?
1307, girl.
Missed me with that shit.
I wasn't there.
I don't know. Can't confirm.
Oh, goodness. King Philip of France ordered the mass arrest of the Knights Templar. Hundreds were imprisoned, tortured, and executed. The powerful order was destroyed. Historians debate whether this event truly created the superstition, but the date became associated with betrayal, destruction, and tragedy. And today it's still kind of stuck around. But I think Friday the 13th is more based off of like the movies Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I could ask a singular human being on the face of the planet where the bad luck from Friday the 13th came from, and they would say October 13th, 1307.
Well, there's about to be about 10,000 people who will be able to say that.
Yeah, now we know for trivia purposes.
Now 10,000 people can say that. Yes, let's have a trivia night.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I love Friday the 13th.
Same.
Especially in October. Oh, my sweet husband. There was like a funny thing going around, and it was like, there's 3 Friday the 13th in October. There's going to be 666 days, some random thing. And he sent it to me, and I was like, Joseph, that's not even feasible.
Not even possible.
No, but there is, I think, like 3 Friday the 13th this year.
There was one last month.
Yeah, we just
had one, and then we had one this month.
But yeah, so Friday the 13th, 1307.
Put that one in your memory
Mark
bank.
it in your calendar. But the Knights Templar, I thought that they went on for like a way longer than 1307. Like
easy. They might still.
Their treasure was one of the reasons the Oak Island show existed, is they were looking for the Knights Templar loot, basically.
The loot.
Yeah.
1119 to 1312.
Oh, okay.
So no. Highly organized, wealthy Catholic military order.
Yeah.
Of warriors founded to protect Christian pilgrims in the Holy Land. So yeah, you're probably right.
We're doing a little bit of research on the Knights Templar, because I thought that was the reason Oak Island like existed, was because they were trying to find things from the Knights Templar. But I also thought the Knights Templar had stuff in the basement of the Vatican.
The basement of
the basement of the Vatican.
Yeah, that part I don't know.
Thought that was one of their underground lair conspiracies. Okay, our next thing after our 1307 Knights Templar Friday the 13th is shoes on a table. I've never heard of it as bad luck. I always just thought it was gross.
Me neither. Yeah, I thought it was just manners.
Yeah, I just thought it was nasty.
Okay.
Because I'm already weird about shoes in my house anyways. Like the other day, Aaron was like, we need to run down to Family Dollar. And I said, are you going inside or am I going inside? And he was like, I'm going to go inside. And I said, okay. Because I'm wearing my house shoes, which means I am not getting out of this car.
Correct.
And then we got there and he's like, just come inside. And I said, no, I'm wearing my house shoes. He's like, well, I'm about to wear my house shoes in there. And I was like, that's disgusting. Why did you wear your house shoes here? Because those are the shoes you wear around the house.
Yeah, and you're not going to do that now.
So I just thought shoes on a table was nasty.
Yeah.
It's like shoes on furniture. You just
don't
on your
do
couch.
it.
Like you just like don't. Anyways, putting shoes on the table is considered bad luck. This superstition may have originated during the 19th century. Mining was extremely dangerous work, and when a miner died in an accident underground, his body would be brought home. Before the funeral, his belongings, including his work boots, were placed on the table. The boots the boots that had carried
I'm 13 years old.
I also, because we're both laughing. There was something that happened the other day, and I was like, how old am I to genuinely be laughing at this right now? And I don't remember what it was, but I was like, I'm a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So The boots that had carried him into the mine, but would never help him walk home ever again.
Oh.
So over time, it became associated with death and mourning. And apparently the rule stuck.
Wow, that's really terribly sad.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was very sad. But if I was the person bringing home the miner's belongings, I would set the boots on the ground.
Yeah, they're not going on the table.
No. Okay, the number 10 is the evil eye.
Huh?
You're kidding me right now.
No. I didn't know that.
Do you know what the evil eye is?
Explain.
It's just like an eye, like an evil eye, like the symbol. It's like there's an emoji of it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The evil eye. The blue and white?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to get into it, but yeah.
I didn't know the number 10.
So one of the oldest superstitions in the world is the belief in the evil eye. Across many cultures, people believe someone could harm you simply by looking at you with envy or jealousy. Their gaze alone could cause illness, accidents, or misfortune. And to protect against this, people created charms shaped like eyes.
Mm-hmm.
These symbols were meant to reflect the curse back to the sender.
Mm-hmm.
Even today, millions of people still wear these protective charms. And just in case somewhere, someone is looking at them with the wrong kind of intention.
So explain to me how that has anything to do with the number 10.
Oh, no, that was like number 10 on my list.
Oh. I'm sorry.
We're on the 10th superstition.
I'm an idiot.
That's why you were so confused.
Yes.
I just thought you didn't know what the evil eye was.
No, I know the evil eye. That's why I was like,
what does it
have to do with the number 10?
Nope, it's just number 10 on the superstition
Sorry, I'm an idiot.
list.
Yeah, so anyways, isn't the... the evil eye charm, like bracelets and necklaces and whatever, don't they have to... It's bad luck if you buy it yourself.
There's something, and I know there's a lot of people, like someone had painted their... Because a lot of people actually think it's like an evil eye of like a spirit like coming through to look at you through this eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like or a demon or something bad. So like there was this guy driving through the parking lot one day and there was an empty parking lot a parking spot right at the front. And in like it was at like one of the senior spots where you can paint your own spot at school.
Yeah.
And like an evil eye, like the evil eye had been painted on there and he said, oh, not today, Satan. And like reversed his car and drove off and found a different parking spot. So there's more superstition to it than just intention.
Yeah.
And looking at you wrong.
The thing that I knew about it was that it was, to protect against jealousy and envy and things like that. But I had read somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, that it has to be gifted to you.
Sure. You'd have
like
to
you can't, you shouldn't. It's bad luck if you buy your own, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Interesting. I hadn't heard that, but
I don't know why it would be if you're to protect yourself against envy and jealousy. Sure. But that's also assuming that you're being envied. People are jealous of you. I don't know. I feel like that's a weird line.
So our next and last one is going to be whistling at night.
Ooh.
Have you ever...
I do it all the time.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Not even... No. Why? Why would you do that?
I do it inside. I'm not outside.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Whistling outside at night.
Oh.
In the open air.
No. I don't do that.
Into the forest.
No. Unless I'm whistling for my dogs. I've done that before.
Don't, because what if something whistles back?
I die.
I don't need these dogs anyway.
See ya.
So this one superstition appears in cultures all over the world, from Japan to Native American folklore to Appalachian mountain traditions in the United States. The rule is simple: never whistle at night.
Period.
In Japanese folklore, people believed whistling at night can attract snakes or spirits. In parts of Native American folklore, whistling after dark is believed to call something wandering in the night. And in Appalachian folklore, elders warn that whistling at night can summon spirits or creatures that shouldn't be disturbed. Some say it invites bad luck. Others say it draws attention of something listening in the darkness, which might explain why in some communities, if someone starts whistling after the sun goes down, an older relative might quickly say, "Don't do that," and refuse to explain why. Because according to the old belief, something out there might whistle back. Like windy guys in skin pedestrian people buttholes. They are the people.
Flesh pedestrian.
I don't even have words. Those are the people you're not whistling to when they answer, brother. How have you not? No, I don't whistle for my dogs at night. I don't even, You know what? I'm not even calling for my dogs. My dogs aren't going outside at night because I'm not going outside at night. You're trapped.
It's been really scary lately, actually. The last couple of times, I say a couple of times, it's been maybe the last 2 weeks. Barrett will go outside and he doesn't like care about anything, nor does he bark. He's just been going to the like edge of the fence where I can't see anything past it and it's just pitch black and he just barks his head off and I cannot get him to stop and come inside. And it is horrifying.
No, because she's also been having I can say it at least once, skinwalker show up on her Ring camera. What are you talking about? Associate the two. Get it together.
Ew, I don't like that. Now I'm scared.
No more whistling at night.
Okay.
At least Damien's home and can like, you can be like, you call Barrett inside.
Yeah, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby.
You go get Barrett. I'm going to be over
in the
here.
bed, under the covers.
I'm be in the bathtub with the shower closed and a helmet on. There's a tornado outside.
Bring me my aluminum foil cap.
Right now. I need the holy water. You're like calling Barrett in holy water. Rosary.
Power of Christ compels you, Barrett.
And he turns around. Does it?
I would die.
That would be hilarious, but also very scary because why is he talking to you?
Correct.
He is now.
I would have to admit myself to a psychopathy.
A psychopathy ward.
Admit myself to the psychopathy ward.
A grippy sock vacation.
Amen.
Go for it. T. That was really the only last superstition I had.
I loved that. That was so much fun.
It was a different episode than usual, but we're in the progress of figuring some things out. Shay's about to go on a trip, so we are recording a lot at once. And then once she gets back, we are going to be figuring out Patreon and things like that because I started to set one up and people have started to already like sign up for it. And I'm like, we don't have
any content.
I haven't even linked it anywhere. That means people are like searching it. So I'm like, we've got to get that figured out.
Yeah.
So we're going to plan that out more and get back with y'all for sure.
Just let me have my vacation.
But yeah, I'm going to let her go on vacation first and then we'll step into that.
Yeah, we got some shit to figure out.
Yeah, we've got a lot. There's a lot of moving parts.
Correct.
So
correct.
We will figure that out. But this episode was just a fun little.
It's good. I'm glad that we did a fun little episode because my episode is heavy.
My next episode is not so heavy, but it's different. It's a loss. It's like stories and interpretations. It's dreams, and so there's a lot that goes into it because it's good dreams, bad dreams, weird dreams, and just interpreting why these things are happening to these people. Like, why are you dreaming about that? Which reminded me of the snakes in this. And my dream the other night, I had a dream that I was at some beach house with like people I follow on Instagram, but like not influencer people I follow on Instagram, but like just like a few random people I follow on Instagram. But we're like a beach house, like spring break beach house. I don't know. And there was a snake that lived in the house, a big snake that lived in the house.
Okay.
And anyone who was hungry, it would come after them. So it kept coming after me because I was
always hungry.
And like I'd be in the kitchen and they'd be playing beer pong on the island and stuff like that. And I'd be like looking for the snake and it'd be like up on the cabinets and all you could see is its tail hanging down.
Oh, hell no.
And I'd like look over my other shoulder and the snake's head would be like peering over at me and I'd be like, ah! And I'd like run to the living room. Ew. I have a lot of dreams about snakes.
Weird.
But I think it's because I hate snakes.
Oh.
They scare the hell out of me.
Eh.
They slither. Gross.
Most of them are harmless.
Do you still want to be, do you want to be bit by one, even if it is harmless?
Not really, but it's not going to hurt me.
You don't even have your ears pierced. I will always argue that. You're like, I don't mind a tattoo. I don't mind.
It's different.
Way more painful for way more longer.
For way more longer.
Way more longer.
I can't
either. English is very difficult today. Ooh. I stumbled like 12 times trying to read today.
I think you did a great job, actually.
Words sometimes are just like not.
I'm probably going to stumble through mine because I have written it out to a T so that I don't. Okay. Anyways.
We just made each other laugh. Shay's crying. What's new? But we will be back and we will see you on Friday.
Friday.
Bye.
Bye.